the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher, live. Long run, yeah, long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize. Never lose sight in this marathon of life. I'm running through the night.
And good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, I'm beginning to really like this morning run thing. Good morning, Roll Tide to everybody. Hey, welcome to the morning run. Basically the long run, but it's the morning run here at 8 o'clock a.m. and wherever time it is at your crib, it's that time. Hey, I'm Piano Man. Welcome. First of all, before I go any further, hey, we want to thank the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing us to be here today. And man, it's just good to be alive and be able to do what we do and at least try to anyway. Hey, and just glad for everybody that's here. Good morning, Latoya. Man, look, OG Gill got to get up off you now, Latoya. You are up and Adam. You even beat the OG here today. Good morning, Latoya. Mimi, my best friend on X. Good morning. Good morning, DSGB, my partner who loves them Georgia Bulldogs, but I love myself some DSG. That's my bro. That's my broski. Mimi, my best friend on Twitter. How are you doing this morning? Roll Tide. And DSG, man, I'm praying for you with some of that delusion stuff we saw over there with Kangaroo Black last night. Now I see exactly what you're talking about. I knew they were out there somewhere, but my Lord, but man, you one of the good guys. But I hope them brothers will come through today and everything, and so we can just talk. But I know I'll never change their mind. But man, but it's good to see you. Shout out to everyone that is just watching, uh, whether you watching, whether you lurking. It's just this. It's just man, it's crazy. Uh, that was tough last night. We got a couple of minutes before I get off into what we're going to be talking about. That was tough last night. Shout out to my bros, uh, like Coach Sean, B Sharp, Coach Carr, Coach Al, Ty Hayes, all y'all, Lil Shawty. She know who I'm talking about. All y'all, uh, even Tez. Tez being an Auburn fan, but Tez is one of the coolest dudes in the world. And I hope to get him on here one day. But shout out to all of you all. What's up? What's up? My producer, Dwight. Good morning, Carla. Good to see you. Roll Tide to each of you. Double L, Larry Lodge. Roll Tide, my brother. Roll Tide. Larry, we man, I was just telling DSG, man, it was rough over there. Kangaroo Black. Man, can't leave out the king, man. Kangaroo Black. Good to see, shout out to all my brothers, man. Shout out to them this morning. And to everybody that's podcasting, man, I'm gonna tell you what, this is no joke. This is no joke. And I'm gonna put it to you on this wise. Uh, you've got to be committed to it. You've got to be focused. You got to be innovative. You got to do the best that you can with what you got and everything. So, man, shout out to each of you. Oh, I forgot somebody. Shout out to the 401k crew. Man, that man, that's my family there, man. The 401k crew. Shout out to you. Man, hope you're having a great day. Carla, Bino, JB, the governor, uh, Dwight, Gary, Susan, KT, all the rest. Good morning. Speaking of the governor, there he is. There's OG Gil Cruz. Gil, listen, we're going to be nice today, Gil. We're going to be nice today, Gil. That's what we're going to be. Carla, Governor, check Gil. Somebody please check Gil. Latoya, there he is, hopping. Get him. Gil, you're late. You're late, OG Gil. You're late. Latoya beat you here. You're late. You're late, OG. Latoya beat you here today. Yes, thank you, Carla. He's always fussing at us about being on time. He's always fussing at us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's good that OG Gill is tardy. He's the most on time dude in the world. He's the most on time dude in the world. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'm gonna need y'all to really keep it hopping today. I'm gonna have it by myself today, unless somebody just pops on in, which I don't mind and everything, because my bros know they welcome at any time. But today I've got it kind of by myself. Because I'm gonna talk about something today, which is a safe way into something that needs to be discussed. Um, and I just think that it'll here we go. Let me get my let me get my list here. Checking my list and I'm checking in twice. Feel like Santa Claus here. You know what I'm saying? Huh. Yes, yes, yes. Um, you know, JB and all of you, Mimi, all of you, Larry, even DSG at Georgia, there is one part of our team that is not discussed, and it really needs to be discussed really in general. I mean, it needs to go along with everything else that we discuss. We love to talk about the offense. And yesterday, I know that I talked basically about the quarterback because I just wanted someone else's take on it and things like that. And I'm going to go back to the quarterback, and we're going to put it all together here over, throughout the course of the summer and everything. But this morning, um, me and the crew was talking, and it sort of gave me an idea. And I want to bring something to everyone's attention that is a key, is an integral part of the team, and no one likes to talk about them too much. But without them, you really don't win. You don't have no um no difference makers in the game. And let me tell you who that is: special teams. Nobody talks about special teams. Nobody. We really don't. We don't bring them up. And then especially kickers and punters. We don't talk about them too much. Now, I don't know how many of you all were at A Day, but at A Day this year, I did not notice us doing a lot. The kickers were not highlighted. Let me just cut right to the chase. The kickers were not really highlighted at all. And so therefore, we know all about, now watch this. We know all about Ty Simpson. We know all about Austin Mack. We know all about Keelan Russell. We know about Ryan Williams. We know about Isaiah Horton. We know about Germ. We know about Caden Proctor. We know about uh Alausa Lennon. We know about DeBerry. We know about Parker Brailsford. We know about Jaden Roberts. We know about Wilkin Formby. We know about Josh Cuevas. We know about all of those guys on the offense. We talk about Bray Hubbard, Quay Rousseau. We talk about Deontay Lawson. We talk about all those guys. Check this out. We talk about Kalen DeBoer. We talk about Ryan Grubb. We talk about Nick Sheridan, Coach Gillespie. We talk about uh, Coach Shep. We talk about all those guys. Oh, thank you, JB. Wait a minute. We talk about Roydell Williams. We talk about Kobe Prentice. We talk about all those guys that have left the team. We sure enough talk about Jalen Milroe, and he's playing with the Seattle Seahawks. We talk more about King Henry and Mark Ingram and Julio Jones and all of that. We talk about guys that are not even on the team. But when was the last time you had a good old-fashioned talk about Will Riker and J.K. Scott? DSG, when was the last time Georgia had a talk about Rodrigo Blankenship? The point that I'm making is special teams. Do y'all know without the special teams, there are a lot of games we don't win? We talk about the 2026 guys. We're going to talk about that crew here in just a second. We even talk about the 2028 guys if you ain't careful. We talk about everybody but who we really need to be talking about. And I feel like that we need to talk about special teams, especially I'm going to put these next few minutes of effort into the kicking game. The kicking game. I'm just being honest with you. Alabama has been blessed over the last few years with some great kickers. Will Riker especially. That dude was money in the bank. That guy was money in the bank. But like JB just said, these guys are no longer there. They are in the walls and the annals, all of the yearbooks and things like that of history. Thank you, JB. A lot of natties are won because of our special teams. That even goes for in the pros. A lot of Super Bowls have been won because of special teams. I'm going to give you one to show my age right here. I'm going to give you one real good. You ready for this one? 1971. The Baltimore Colts, but that sounds funny saying, versus the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. The score is tied 13-13. And guess what? It comes down to a field goal. It comes down to a field goal with a guy by the name of Jim O'Brien. He kicks it, and the Baltimore Colts defeat the Dallas Cowboys 16-13. I remember it as if it was yesterday. And it went to show how important kickers were. And guess what? In 2025, kickers are important. I need you to put in the chat, kickers' lives matter. Special teams lives matter. Special team lives matter. They do. They are just as important as a quarterback. They are just as important as a running back, a wide out, tight end, DB. It does not matter, because I'm just going to be honest with you. If we don't, thank you, Carla, KLM, kickers' lives matter. Because when something goes wrong, and I'm gonna tell you this, I still believe Ty Simpson is going to be the quarterback. I believe that. Exactly, JB. I still believe Ty's going to be quarterback. But there will be some games, y'all, that Ty is going to struggle in. There will be games that our team is going to struggle in. Let's just go on and call it and keep it a buck right here. It's going to rely on special teams and kickers. So let's hop right into it right quick. And this is coming from Roll Tide Wire. I always go, good morning, KT. What the business is? You know what the business is. Good morning, KT. Good to see you. Check this out. Now, this came from Roll Tide Wire, and this is the projected lineup of our special teams. Because I'm gonna talk about the kickers, and I'm also gonna talk about kick return. Very important. What I'm gonna show you about kick return. But let's start off with the kickers. In our wait a minute, did I turn it over wrong here? Here we go. Here we go. Now, we got to talking about this, especially me and JB and OG Gill. We got to talking about this and everything. And the only name that is familiar, and this is not a put down to anybody by any stretch of the imagination. It is what it is, folks. But here we go. Your post spring and your kicker depth chart. For the starter will be, according to Roll Tide Wire, Connor Talty. Who's all familiar with him? We should be. Connor Talty. We know about pretty much about Connor Talty. All right. But his backup is going to be a guy by the name of Reed Schubach or Schubach. If y'all forgive me, I went and did some history on some of these guys and I forgot to write it down because there was a in the middle of me gathering some of my research, something else came within the home, and I had to go take care of that and everything. And but when we come back, I will have some more information, like some personal information on who these guys are. But Reed Schubach, uh, and then Roll Tide Wire says that after previously acting as the backup, Connor Talty will likely take over as Alabama's starting kicker in 2025. Reed Schubach will return as the top backup. Now, this is coming from Tuscaloosa itself. Okay, so Connor Talty, Reed Schubach as the kickers, starting kickers. But check this out. Now, this one I remember. I remember the personal info on. In your punter is a guy by the name of Blake Dowd and Alex Asperusoff. I'm just gonna say double. We have another double A on our hand. Okay, Alex, uh, double A, and Blake Dowd as the punters. Blake Dowd is projected to be the starter. Okay, Roll Tide Wire goes on to say a key position to keep an eye on into the fall for Alabama is at punter, where transfer addition Blake Dowd, who by the way came from the Colorado School of Mines, Mines. I went and looked up what the Colorado School of Mines is. The Colorado School of Mines is, wait a minute. The Colorado School of Mines is, I got to do this. It is a school of engineering. It is a school of engineering. Yeah, it's a school. It's a school of engineering. I promise you, that's what it is. This dude is smart. This guy is smart. Okay, he's a transfer from Colorado School of Mines. Can I tell you something? You got that right, Carla. Let him engineer some good punts. Because it's like we were discussing on last night. What do you do when you run into a good defense that's kind of shutting you down right there? Guess what? You're going to need your punter. Your punter at that time, y'all, our punter at that time, and this is for any team, football team. Punters are the most important when you need your defense to make a stop, especially when your offense is cold. You're going to need the defense to make a stop, but it's going to depend on your punter. Thank you, Latoya. You flip the field with a good punter. I don't need it shanked off the side of his foot. I don't need it shanked off the side of his foot. I want a punter. I'm like Latoya to flip the field. I'm like Carla. I need this dude to engineer some good punts. I mean, I need him to pin them deep so I can rely on my defense to shut this offense down and maybe give my offense a chance to get back into the game, win the game, and all that good stuff. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Just say either I'm making sense or I'm not making sense, all that good stuff. But I'm telling you now, we're going to need a good punter. Pin them bad boys deep so we can rely on our defense to come through for us. Because I'm telling you now, I'm going to tell you now, until our offense gets on track, and I believe we will. I believe we're going to have a good offense. I believe we're going to be okay. But there will be some games, y'all. There will be some games. And there will be some times in the game where there will be some lack moments for the offense. We're going to need a good punter, a bona fide punter, a consistent punter. Y'all stop me when y'all get ready now. A bona fide punter, a consistent punter, a punter that is focused, a punter that won't wilt under pressure, a punter, a versatile punter. We're going to need a punter that's going to help us out, because I'm telling you now, punting the ball is key. And we're going to need them to pin them deep. I'm going to need the line to block. You know, all that good stuff. And I'm about to tell you something else. And JB, OG Gibb, this wasn't brought up. And Susan, I know she's, you know, she'll be on here after a while. Yeah, we need a JK again. You got that right. JK could pin them deep, man. JK just simply means just kick. It means just kick. Come on with it. Just kick. Just come with it. Just kick. And he just kicked. All he had to do was just kick and made it happen, right? Well, that's what we need. And we need him to pin them deep. Pin them deep. I mean, pin them deep and rely on our defense to set some things up until the offense can get themselves together. And y'all, that's going to happen in any game. It happens. There are some games that the offense is going to kind of just chug along there until they can get themselves together. But punting, kicking, special teams is in order. It is important. I'm being honest with y'all. It's important. And they're not loved enough. They're not appreciated enough. They're not talked about enough until something goes wrong. And some of us Alabama fans are the world's worst at criticizing. But when I went to A-Day, like I said, I'm not criticizing. I'm just telling you what I saw. I did not see them showcased. And then it was brought to my attention that no one really talks about special teams. And guess what? They are exactly right. So I made it up in my mind this morning to sit down and gather up as much information as I could about special teams, about our punter, about our kicker. Now here we go. Long snapper. Oh, wait. Let me go back to punter. The key position, keep your eye on going to the fall. We read that part. Is a punter. We transport Blake Dowd, came from the Colorado School of Mines, and freshman Alex AA could both claim the starting spot. So this is going to be about a matter of who has the confidence of the coaching staff. If the current prediction had to be made to whom starting week one, Roll Tide Wire says, I'll go with Dowd. The guy from the Colorado of Mines, make sure he engineers some good punts. Okay. Also, your long snapper, either David Bird, or Alex Rozier. The Roll Tide Wire says, lastly, Alabama's starting long snapper, looking ahead to 2025, is likely David Bird, an off-season transfer addition. The backup will likely be returning Alex Rozier. Okay. Now, I don't know why when they say the returning is going to be the backup. I don't know why. I'm not there. I'm not even going to try to insinuate as into why. I'm just going to go by what the information is giving me. But I am going to tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Our special teams, far as the kicking game goes and the long snapping goes, those things are important. And they need to be shown love. And they need to be talked about. And in the words of the governor, we need to know who they are. Like we said in the early part of the program, we know more about the 2026 incoming class more than we do the special teams. Now that's a real kick in the head. That we know more about some people that's coming as opposed to some people that are already there. Ain't that messed up? So I think we need to focus on our special teams. We need to focus on that. We need to at least pay attention to it. Know who these guys are. Know who they are. So let me go back through that list one more time. So we know that our kicker will be Connor Talty, or is projected that he will be the starter. Connor Talty will be the starter. Backup will be Reed Schubach. The punter, the punter will be Blake Dowd, and the backup will be AA, Alex, the A guy. That's the best I can do, because I don't want to mess up anyone's last name, anyone's name. I believe in respect. So if I can't, I'm just gonna call him AA, okay, or Alex A. That's what we'll call him. He will be the backup. And your long snapper will be David Bird will be the starter. Alex Rozier will be the backup. Now this is coming from Roll Tide Wire. Now we all know that these things are subject to change from day to day, week to week, month to month, all that kind of stuff until the start of our season. But here's the part that I wanted to get to real quick. Since we're talking about depth chart and we're still in the talking about depth chart just a little, but in our special teams, we also have your punt returner and your kick returner. Okay? Punt returner, kick returner. Now, it's something I'm not digging too much. And I'm going to need you all chime in right here, because y'all know I'm that liberal when it comes to Alabama Crimson Tide. Before I go to kick return, let me put a little bit more spice on this kicking game, okay? We have I'm going back to special teams. I'm going back to these kickers, and check this out, because I just gave you who the projected starters was. But here we go. Here are some more names. All right, here we go. We know we have Connor Talty. Oh, and by the way, y'all, Connor Talty is a redshirt sophomore. Okay. Double A, Alex A, is a freshman, and long snapper David Bird is a junior. Okay. But and these are your starters. Talty. Now they got Dowd on one, but they've got Alex, the freshman, on another, and the long snapper is David Bird. All right. This is also coming from Roll Tide Wire. See, these things change, folks. These things change. Okay. But your backup, you've got the kicker, Tucker Cornelius, who's a sophomore. Your punter, Anderson Green, who's a sophomore. Long snapper, Alex Rozier, who's a senior, and long snapper, Jay Williams, who's a sophomore. Get to know these names. Get to know them. Now, who we had to leave: James Burnup, graduation. Graham Nicholson, graduation. Neelan Hibbett, graduation. And we also know those guys also went pro. So the point that I'm making is, get to know these names. Know who they are. They are a part of the team. We don't talk about special teams enough, especially when it comes to kickers. Now, I'm going to come back tomorrow with some information as far as the numbers go. The numbers. But Carla said something in our meeting too, that and kind of weigh heavy on my mind, because when I hear people say things, I process, and I download and I process. She made a statement and said, we're virtually last season a new team. in transition. Carla, if you're on here, I think I'm using the term correctly. You said transition, a team in transition. Well, guess what? Even though we're in our second year, success doesn't come overnight. We're still in transition. Now, I'm not using that as an excuse. I guess so. JB, that I'm the first to talk about. Thank you, Dwight. There we are. He's putting some things on the screen for me, and everything. So you check this out. There your numbers. Well, there you are. Alex AA right there, 6'3", freshman, 200 pounds. Blake, it went away. There we go. Yeah, kind of blow it up there for me, and cause old man can't see. But 6'3", freshman from San Joaquin Memorial. He's from California. These things are important. I'm going back to what JB's question is. So what you're saying, you're first to talk about the special team. Probably, maybe not. I don't hear about it, but you listen, I'm bold enough to talk about it. To say that these guys are important. Because I'm telling you all now, and I'm not no prophet, none of that. But there will be some games these guys are going to be important. Like game one. Game one. Trust me, game one. There's Blake Dow. Kind of favors AJ McCarron a little bit there. He's punter, 205. Wow, 6'5". Shucks. NATOs need him on the basketball team. But anyway, but I'm glad he's here. He's from LeGrand High School. He's a red shirt senior. Hometown, I guess that's Parker, Colorado. You got that right, JB. He needs to be a tight end. 6'5". A 6'5" punter. I'm not knocking him on his height. I'm not knocking him on what, maybe that's what he likes to do. But bruh, 6'5", man. Me personally, I think somebody failed him and did not utilize that. But then if that's his strong spot, that's just his strong spot. But I'm with you, JB. He need to be a tight end, or NATOs need to sign him up. You know. Speaking of NATOs, hey, congratulations. Phylon LeBaron, you know him. He withdrew from the NBA. He's coming back to Bama. Congratulations, bro. So there's our roster. There's our roster. I'm just dealing with kickers. There's Anderson Green. Just got through talking about him. He's a punter. He's a sophomore. Okay, let's go to the next one. We're gonna have but there are no numbers. There are no numbers. Really no numbers to be given to a certain degree because we don't know their stats. That's the numbers that I'm talking about. There's Connor. Good old Connor Salty. There he is. Good old Connor. The man. Connor Salty. 195. 6'1". Now I can get with that. That 6'5" dude, he needs to be over there with Josh Cuevas and them. That dude there. Who was that? Who was that we just got through talking about? AA? Whoever that was, Dow, needs to be over there with them tight ends, man. I'm just saying. Piano Man just saying. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I know what I'm talking about. That brother there need to be on the tight end side of the ball. Because I believe he could make some things happen. But once again, I say, if that's his grit, that's just his grit. Reed Schubach. Let me see. Where you at, Reed? Okay. 6 foot. Play skipper. Okay. Got you. Red shirt senior. 215. He's 6 foot. See, I can get with them 6 foot punters and stuff like that. And all that kind of, but that's Reed. He's one of the backups. I'm just saying now. We need to know who these guys are. There's Tucker Cornelius. All right. 6'3". He need to be a tight end too. The H-back or something. He need to be there too. But anyway, but he's 6'3". He's a sophomore. We're not 195. Put some weight on there, young man. Put some weight on there. But hey, but we're glad you're here. Thank you, Dwight, for helping me out there, big brother. Who's the next one? Who's the next one? I mean, we need to know these guys. They're part of the special team. Now listen, for those of you that think that this is boring and this might not be your show today, okay? But this is what I believe. I believe we need to talk about special teams because I'm going to show you something else about special teams, and I'm not going to be on too much longer because we ran an hour over yesterday, and I don't want to bug anybody else. There go David Bird, okay? 6 foot snapper. That's him, junior, okay? We're getting to know these guys. We're getting to know these guys. Somebody goes down, we need to know who needs to be inserted next. Snapper. He's a snapper. You know. Special teams, okay? Sam Black, good to see you, brother, but Oregon ain't going to win it this year, dog. Hey, Sam, glad you here. Now, we ain't going to get into no disrespectful discussion about this, but, man, I'm glad you here. And, man, my son, hey, bro, my son would love to probably link up with you or have a conversation with you because my youngest son is a huge Oregon Ducks fan. I mean, if you say something about the Oregon Ducks, it's like he lives to watch them play. He lives, to be honest with you, Sam, he lives in Tacoma, Washington, not too far from where Kalen DeBoer in Washington was. But Sam, this is what I want to bring up to you. Oh, that's my son. I forgot that was you. Y'all, Lord Jesus, that's my son. See, I'm used to all my children coming in here with their names, and I forgot he's odd. Y'all say hello to my youngest son, Jamal. This is the one whose birthday was yesterday. This is the Oregon Duck fan right here. Son, I forgot he go by all these darn code names. Him and my other son, they just crazy. Thank you, son, for showing up. That's my son, Jamal, y'all. My youngest son. That's him. That's it. Son, this is the crew right here. There's OG Gill. JB, don't do me like that. See, I told you, like, my other son, Jonathan, comes in here with his name. My sister comes in here with her name. You know, my little brother came in here with his name, and here goes Sam Black. You think I'll be to remember that? Well, that's my youngest son, Jamal. Huge Oregon fan. LaMichael James, and now he's just went on about his business. But son, Daddy hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, son. But you know, Oregon's not gonna win it. They won't win a national championship. They're not gonna win it. See, I'm trying to keep the show on the rails, and here go the governor. So you like watching Spit and Hold It. See, Jamal, we gave Tayshawn Holden a new name, Spitty Holden. That's his new nickname, Spitty Holden. That's him. But good to see you, son. But Oregon's not going to win it. I'm telling you now, Oregon will not win it. They're not going to win it. Not in this lifetime. You got a coach that can't beat our coach. Everywhere Kalen DeBoer goes, he knows how to beat Dan Lanning. I'm telling you now, the best thing Oregon is good for is beating Ohio State. Now, that's who Ohio State can't beat. Ohio State hadn't beat Oregon yet. Now where is now where them Ohio State fans when you really need them? Learn to beat Oregon, and then you can come back and talk to us. Then you can come back and talk. I'm telling you, the last 2 times that Ohio State has played Oregon, Oregon has beat them. No. Oh, DeCorian Moore is your Ryan Williams. Well, you can have DeCorian Moore, but we got Ryan Williams, and we got Isaiah Horton, and we got Jerm Bernard, and we got Jalen Hale, and we got Lausier Brooks, and the list goes on and on. That's all y'all got. We loaded at wide receiver, and we got Josh Quavers. We loaded, Sam. We loaded. Now, he said Speedy Holden is gone. We got you, man. We got you. But let me get back on my grind right quick with no quarterback. Oh, we got a quarterback. We got him. We're gonna be just fine. What's gonna happen with us since this Oregon fan wants to take it there? What's gonna happen with us is we got an O-line and a running game that's gonna help. That's gonna help better brunt up that burden. We're gonna be more balanced there, Jamal. And then when we get that passing game going, don't be surprised if that passing game really doesn't get going. Don't be surprised if that passing game really gets going game 1. I'm telling you now. I'm calling it now. The passing game is going to get going in game 1. Is going to get going. Well, Jamal, who's the Ducks quarterback since Gabriel's gone? He's with them Cleveland Browns. And they're going to stink up the joint here in a minute. Everybody put all their hopes in Shador. I hope you're ready for some disappointment, Cleveland Browns fan. But anyway, Dante Moore. Okay. I don't give a hoot if y'all got Denny Moore with that stew. Y'all ain't winning no national championship. I'm just saying. And when Daddy come out there in the next few weeks, yeah, we go, and I'm gonna be doing a show from out there too and everything. Y'all might get a chance to see Jamal while I'm there. I'll bring him on camera and all that good stuff. But anyway, back to what I was about to say. But there's a downside of special teams that I don't like. And JB, everybody know that, but I give them props. The dudes are good, but they just can't. They just honest to goodness, they just fold in big games. He know it. Oregon fold like a lawn chair at a family reunion when it's all over. I'm telling you, when a big game comes up, they fold. They find a way to lose. With them pretty uniforms. They find a way to lose. Okay. So anyway, I'm sort of running behind, but here we go. But here's the downside to our special teams this year, y'all. Hear me out. What I don't like about this projected lineup this year is the fact that you've got Ryan Williams as a punt returner. That's the one. Anything else, we're work in progress. But I don't like Ryan Williams. Now, I can't tell the coaching staff how to do this. This is just, listen, we're just offering an opinion on here. And no opinion is right or wrong. We're just talking. We're just having a conversation. But I do have the right to say what I don't like. And what I don't like is Ryan being back there fielding punts. I don't think that's healthy. Now, I know Jalen Waddle did it. I know a couple other guys did it, and this, that, and the third. I got all of that. But when it comes down to punt returning, kickoff returning, in my humble opinion, I'm going to be honest with you, that's where a lot of injuries take place. Some unnecessary injuries take place. And especially if you're using a starter, a starting wideout, a starter. I'm just saying. Larry Large, I'm going to put you on the big screen, man. I'm going to put you on the big screen. What Larry said, way too many other guys. Like, come on. Come on. You're gonna put your star at punt returner. I got you, DSG, man. Glad to see you, my man. Glad to see you. But I'm telling you, you putting Ryan Williams as a as a punt returner. You got Cole Adams back there too as a kickoff returner. But then when it comes down to the player two, you just interchange the two guys. That's the part I don't like, y'all. I don't like that part. I don't like the odds of that. Because sooner or later, those odds are going to catch up with you. Sooner or later, the odds of the injury is going to catch up with you. Like what Larry said, we have way too many other guys. I wouldn't, because honestly, he is really a threat back there. Yeah, because Waddle was a threat. Yes, that's all true. But isn't that how Cole Adams got hurt? Yeah, Latoya said, and we've lost players. Oh, isn't a threat. Okay, my bad. Gotcha. Okay. Now I see what you're saying. Now I'm seeing I see what you're saying now, JB. Yeah. Ryan, man, look, man, I wish that the coaching staff on that, like I said, I can't tell them what to do, and I'm not trying to. But if it were me, he would be the last guy, especially when I got other guys that can do that job. Now Gil said put Adams back there because if he gets hurt, it doesn't matter. And that's kind of cruel, but it's also true. You got to learn to pick your poison with these special teams. Man, I guess I was going to do some talk about recruiting and still might for the last minutes of the show, but I think that, like I said, I would have Brooks back there. At this juncture, yes. But I'm finna tell you now. But somewhere along the line, Brooks is going to be in the rotation of those wide receivers. You can book that. Book it. Brooks is going to be in there because Brooks can ball. Now, I'm with Latoya. I think Mbakwe should be back there. He should be back there. Because I don't think he's going to make up a particular offensive depth chart just yet. There's too many guys ahead of him. So put him back there and let him shine on that and continue to do, if he wants to go and play some offense, okay, fine and cool. If he wants to play some defense, fine and cool. But I would make Bach my number one returner. I would make him that. Because I believe Bach would, Bach maybe not, he would be a threat, but I think it's better to preserve your man Ryan. I mean, I'm just calling it for what it is. That's just how I see it. I'm no coach. I can coach, but I don't. I can draw up plays, I present them, and they work. But I would not put my star back there and they get roughed up. I told a certain person here not too long ago, okay, hold up, DSG. I'm gonna put that up there and I'm gonna keep talking. And I'm gonna address that in just a second. But don't put your star back there with the potential of being hurt, getting hurt. All it takes, I told someone last year, yes, Ryan Williams can get hurt. And guess what? And he did. Ryan Williams didn't really participate in the spring. Very little. Because he was dinged up. Just saying now. Just saying. So this special teams is something we really need to pay attention to. You know, I'm just calling it out. I don't care about being first, second, 100. I'm just a guy that loves the Alabama Crimson Tide who says that all of the positions matter. First team, you know, offense, defense, special teams. I need to even know if I wish that I could get a depth chart of who's going to even be on the kickoff and kickoff return team. I'm going to find that too, because that's even important. That's important, y'all. That's important. So, yeah, Larry, Mbakwe, Adams, or a couple of DBs. Exactly. Especially the DBs that don't play that much. Preserve your team. Preserve your team. That's how I see it. But I got to go back to something. Pull that back up. What DSG said about talking about the ride. But man, some of the fellow dog fans give me anxiety when they open their mouth. Because I want to address that. I really want to address that. Last night, if you were in the Kangaroo Black session on his show, shout out to Kangaroo if he's watching, because he did say he watched yesterday. I got to give my big brother some shout out. Last night, there were some fans over on Kangaroo Black from Georgia. I'm not even a Georgia fan by any stretch of the imagination. There's the GM, Bino. Good morning, Roll Tide GM. Bino, good morning. I'm not a Dogs fan by any stretch of the imagination. But last night, y'all, I'm telling you now, that was the most delusional, delusional I've ever heard in my life. And I felt bad for DSG and any, rational Georgia fan. I felt so bad for them. This character was talking about how Georgia can't lose to Alabama or especially in Athens and this and that and the third and all of this, and how, as if Georgia has beat Bama every time they played them. That's basically what he was saying. And I told this dude, I say, bruh, in the last few years, you're 1-7, 1-6 against Alabama. And you talking smack like that? Are you serious? DSG, I'm feeling for you, because guess what? We've got some Bama fans that are the same way. We've got some Bama fans that are horrible. Horrible. They talk some delusional stuff. No slight to anybody. I don't mean this in no disrespect of any character. But some of these fans is a cross between Alzheimer's and a misunderstanding. I'm being honest with you. You don't know how to take them. You don't know. You don't know. And what comes up out of their mouth sometimes is like, they said that. Yeah, they said it. And you know what the sad part is, folks? They mean what they say. There we go. There we are. Book this. Alabama is going to beat Georgia worse in Sanford than they did at Saban Field. Watch and see what I tell you. It's going to be plumb disrespectful. That's my prediction. Later on, I give a score as we get closer to the game. About to say something to you, DSG. And brother, you my brother. You my brother, man. And me and you just like that. But I'm going to show you something that your delusional fan wasn't buying last night, but it's true. Yes, Bama finished 9-4. We're not hiding behind that. Yes, we lost to Michigan. Yes, we lost to Vandy. Yes, we lost to Oklahoma. And yes, we lost to Tennessee. Nobody's denying that. We have yet to deny it. But let me show you something. And DSG, this ain't really directed towards you, but this is directed to the delusional, some of these delusional Georgia fans. Y'all ready for this? Georgia lost one game less than Alabama and won one game more than Bama. What are you bragging about? That's I'm just being honest with you. But can I show you something else? And if Kangaroo Black is here, if he's watching, if he was on here and everything, if he would chime in, I believe he would say amen. Watch this. I'm going to show you how close. You lost 3, right? You lost to Notre Dame, you lost to Bama, you lost to Ole Miss, right? Here we go. If Kentucky would have had a halfway decent quarterback, that's your 4th loss right there. If Auburn would have had a halfway decent running back, quarterback, that's your 5th loss right there. If Georgia Tech would have had just a little bit stronger team all the way around, that's your 6th loss right there. Good morning, Angela. I'm telling you now, Georgia was staring 6 losses. Now, it's easy to say, like JB say, there's a rebuttal, but they didn't, and that's true. They didn't. I'm telling you, though, they were that close. And it would have been a mutiny and an uprising in Athens if Georgia would have lost to, if y'all would have just lost to Kentucky, there would have been some folks jumping, and there would have been some folks jumping from the ship. I'm just saying. I believe that this year, and I forgot that guy's name, Ethan. That's his name. Ethan, if you listen, and you were on, I know it. I got your DSG. You take a W any way you can, and Bama does too. We take them W's like that. We'll take them. We'll take them. We got it. We got it. We don't understand. We got it. But let me tell you something. But this year, I think we're going to remove all the doubt, as in the who owns y'all. And DSG, I got you, because it means a lot to me too. When you win an SEC championship, and Coach Saban, man, man, the GOAT. The GOAT even said, it goes further. It goes further when you can win your conference championship. He said that. Coach Saban said that. I'm serious. Coach Saban said that himself. So quit downplaying the conference. Quit downplaying it. I'm not talking to you, DSG. I'm talking to some of your delusional fans. And let me throw some of the Tennessee fans in there. Okay, you beat us 2 out of 3 years. Bro, we whipped y'all 12 in a row. That didn't happen. Yes, it happened, and you know it happened. All I'm saying is, now everybody wants to, a lot of people wants to sweep Alabama under this rug or throw us out the pasture and say, well, Coach Saban's not here now. Coach Saban wasn't here last year. And Georgia, Alabama still beat you. Excuse me, but Alabama still beat you. So Kirby is 1-6 against Saban and 0-1 against DeBoer. That's a Bama problem. That's a Bama problem. That's a Bama problem. So I'm just saying that let's be realistic. Okay, I got you, DSG. But I'm just telling you now. I believe it, and it's going to be some craziness this year. But as far as Alabama, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Alabama, Vandy, no, let me put it this way. We're going to beat Georgia. We beat them last year and all that kind of stuff. But Alabama, Vandy, Alabama, Tennessee, Alabama, Oklahoma, Alabama, and I doubt if we play Michigan. But those 3 right there, I think we're going to avenge them losses. Yeah, we're going to get you. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. Exactly, JB. Wait a minute. Hit that JB there for me. I'll take certain schools serious when I start seeing signs. They want whoever, but everybody's still saying they want Bama. Good morning, Susan. Roll Tide. OG Gill, there you go. But everybody wants Bama. Listen, I was telling the crew the other night, it is funny to me. Teams that don't even play Bama say, we want Bama. We want Bama. We want Bama. Why do you want Bama? It's because Bama's the standard. Bama brings that crowd. Bama brings that grit. Bama brings everything. Bama brings out the best in even other teams. Bama does it. I don't hear nobody saying we want Georgia. I don't hear nobody say we want Tennessee. I don't hear nobody say we want Ohio State. I hear nobody say we want Oregon. I don't hear nobody say we want Notre Dame. I don't hear nobody say it. But I hear the majority of most folks holler, we want Bama. I don't hear nobody say, we want Clemson. I don't hear that. I don't hear nobody saying, we want Florida State. But everybody hollers, we want Bama. We want Bama. I don't hear nobody hollering, who else? I don't hear nobody hollering about, we want Texas. Exactly. You know what? Come on here, Ric Flair. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. That's what Ric Flair said. He said it every time. To beat a man, you got to beat him. And I don't hear nobody hollering about, we want Texas A&M. I don't hear nobody hollering, we want LSU. But everybody holler, we want Bama. That dude from Vanderbilt, y'all remember him a few years ago? Bama, you're next. I told JB the other night, we were all talking. I said, you got to go back and watch this documentary I said, when that dude from Vanderbilt, I think that's when it was. Vanderbilt was, I guess, the white stop. Anyway, when that dude from Vanderbilt said that, Damian Harris said, Coach Saban didn't say nothing basically the whole week. That whole week. When that Saturday rolled around and it was time for them to play, it was like they said he finally spoke, and the only thing he said was, you know what you've got to do. And Bama went out there and annihilated them. Annihilated them. All because that dude said, Bama, they're going to know who we are. And Bama, you're next. Let me tell you something. That irritated Nick Saban. That irritated him. It aggravated him. It infuriated him. And guess what? And the Bama players got aggravated, irritated, and infuriated right along with him. And they opened up that can on them. So, in the words of the great Ric Flair, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. That's right. I'm gonna get that little. One of these days, I'm gonna get that little moniker he does. I'm a kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, jet flying, limousine riding son of a gun. I'm gonna get it down pat like he said. That's gonna be me. That's what Alabama is. That's what Alabama is. So I just stopped all of that to say this. When it comes down to delusional fans, DSG, brother, we all got them. That was just a taste of, man, I wish that everybody could have been on there with Kangaroo Black last night. You would have seen this for yourself. That was crucial. I don't see how Kangaroo Black took it. He was arguing with him until he got tired. But every fan base has delusional. Every fan base has delusional fans. So with that being said, that's our special teams. I hope that they make some adjustments, especially to that kicking part of things. But in our next show, if not tomorrow, because tomorrow gonna be Free Fall Friday. I'm gonna let the chat just kind of throw some subjects out there, and we're gonna kind of talk about them and everything. But by Monday, hopefully we'll have some numbers on our kicking game, our kicking team, our kickers and punters and this, that, and the third, and everything. I got some more equipment. I've got some more equipment coming in, and I'm have it set up by tomorrow, and then by Monday we're gonna be up and ready to go and be doing some more things, and so forth and so on. Now, to the last thing that I want to get at before I go, and here we go. Tomorrow, we all know, big recruiting day at Alabama. DSG, I couldn't have said that no better. But answer me this before I go into what I'm about to go into with recruiting right quick. DSG, why do y'all run around barking like dogs? Like, y'all sound like folks at a Q Dog convention. Hey, Dr. Crystal, that's my other friend. What's up? What the business is? You know what the business is. Why do the Georgia fans run around talking about what sound like we at a Q Dog convention? Now, that's no disrespect to the Q, because them my boys there. But my goodness. But I told y'all this. If Georgia ever adopt Atomic Dog as a theme song, Q's gonna come out the sky, and it's gonna be an uprising in this nation. It's gonna be an uprising in this nation. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. It's going to be an uprising in this nation. I'm telling you now. But I just want to know, why do Georgia fans, when they came to Tuscaloosa last year, I had my Alabama shirt on and I walked past one of their stations and they said, "Go Dogs." I said, "Roll Tide." And all of a sudden they go, the whole place there. Everybody started barking like a dog. I said, like, what is this here? Well, anyway, I guess that's part of the fandom. But anyway, let me get to you got that right, Dr. Crystal. It's gonna be some furniture moving. If Georgia adopt Atomic Dog, DSG, come get me, bro, because I'm going to come to help y'all calm that down. Because I think I got a rapport with some of the bros that, they might listen to me, But it's gonna be some furniture moving around Athens. Come talking about, this is a story about a dog. And the dog wags its tail. Here come Georgia. Here come Georgia out the tunnel. Man, you gonna see Q dogs come out the sky. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. And everybody gonna get to barking around here. They gonna, all that good stuff. But anyway, moving on. DSG, you ain't gonna throw me off my game today. I'm already a few minutes over, but here we go. We know that girl hit the roar. I would hit the next time a Georgia fan bark at me, I'm gonna have me an elephant sound, an elephant meme, an elephant sound, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna make that bad boy do what it do. Man, I'm just saying, man. DSG, man, you my dog, bro. But some of your Georgia fans, I'm worried about them. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just kind of being honest. That's about, that's about how I feel. That's that part right there. When I hear dog bark, I just want to go. So anyway, but tomorrow on the Alabama campus, we're gonna have some commits. Well, no. We're gonna have some recruits. I'm gonna end the show with this today right here, because here's something that bothers me. And for those of you that excuse me, this is water now. I know what somebody on, I'm not gonna call no name. I know what somebody on here thinking. No, that is not it. And anyway, here we go. For those of you on here that are married, for those of you, shut up, Dwight. For those of you that are married, been in a relationship or anything of that nature, I think you're going to appreciate what I'm about to say. I don't get hung up on recruits too much. Dr. Crystal, nobody asked you. Look here now. Did nobody ask you about what was strong? Oh, see, I shouldn't have said anything, but I was just saying what y'all been thinking, because I got this big jaw up here. But for those of us, nothing, I'm not gonna say that either. Anyway, for those of you that have been in relationships and this, that, and the third, you will appreciate what I'm about to say. Now, we got recruits coming, and here are some names I'm going to throw out to you. Jet Washington, he's a four-star safety, I think. But here we go. We got a 4-star in Jet Tamala, 4-star quarterback. But check this out. yeah, yeah, I mean, GM, it's the Mason jar. It's the Mason jar. But Jet Thamala, but he's committed to Iowa State back on 4/18/2025. Okay? Committed to. He's committed to. JB, if you still here, I think you're gonna appreciate which way I'm coming from on this. We've got a guy named Ethan Booby Feaster who named Alabama as a finalist on his list back about a couple of weeks ago. We have a four-star. Ethan Feaster is a four-star wideout, and Jet Washington's a four-star safety. Jet Amala is a four-star quarterback. Ethan Feaster is a four-star wideout who named Alabama as one of his finals. Here's Sincere Johnson, four-star linebacker, Alabama finalist, and he is. Here is KJ Ford. He's a four-star edge who has not named anyone. Here's Xavier Tiller. He's a four-star tight end. Here's Nolan Wilson, a D-line from PU, Mississippi, who they just play our high school every year and just beat us down a little bit. Everything. Here's a four-star defensive lineman, Titan Davis. None of these guys have made a commitment to anyone, so there are no finalists on there. I'm hurriedly coming to an end. Four-star linebacker and Braden Rouse named Alabama as a finalist. Here's another four-star tight end, Mark Bowman. No commitment. Deacon interior, O-lineman, Deacon Schmidt. Deacon Schmidt. He named Alabama as a finalist back in February. Here is a three-star O-lineman, Chris Booker, committed to Alabama on the 20th. He's going to be on campus tomorrow. Here is defensive lineman, three-star J.J. Finch. He's a finalist on Alabama's list, named him a couple of weeks ago. And then there's Tyson Bacon, three-star defensive lineman, no commitment. And then there is four-star wide receiver Kenny Darby, committed to LSU back in November of last year. I'm going to end the show on this note. I made a statement the other day about turning the page. But I opened up the turning the page segment about I was in a relationship once, and I knew of a relationship where person in the relationship could never appreciate what was going on in the present relationship because they were so hung up on the past relationship. They were still, if something went right, they talked about the past. If something went wrong, they talked about the past. Whatever was going good, they talked about the past. And sooner or later, But then I'm going to hop into this and say, now you are in a relationship with someone, but then another person offers to take you out and you go out with them. But you're supposed to be in this committed relationship. I think y'all seeing where I'm going with this. I know that some of these guys are just, some of these guys are on campus, and the guys that have made no commitment, I'm not talking about them. But these guys who say that they are committed to Iowa, let me go back. He's committed to Iowa State back in April. Then another guy's committed to LSU back from last year. Where's another one? I think that's it. Committed to Iowa, committed to LSU. Okay, there's two of them on here. But in my opinion, That's not cool. Because here was the caption for Kenny Darby, that this could be the biggest flip that Alabama has done. Now, I know we want all the guys on our team. I understand that, and I got that. And that's not what this is all about. This is the reason I don't get hung up about recruiting. I don't. I'm being honest with you. I don't get hung up on recruiting too much, JB, like what you said, because of this right here. Right here. You're committed somewhere else, but you flirting with someone else over here. And when and all it takes is just one something that this place that you're committed to, all it takes is that one thing that they don't offer, that your commitment don't offer. All right, here we are. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. All I know, for a moment I was in the dark and everything just everything just boom pow, So thank you, Dwight, for looking out for me and everything. Now, back to what I was saying, we were talking about these commitments. The reason I don't get hung up on all this is because one minute they're here, the next minute they're possibly gone. Flipping and flopping. And especially when it happens to my school, to my team. And so I'm thankful for all of these guys that are going to be on campus tomorrow and all of that. I'm thankful for all of that and whomever else is going to be coming. But I end with this. I'm not going to get excited until I see these cats sign on the dotted line saying that the University of Alabama is where I want to be for the next 4 years of my life. Now, we already have problems with this paper play and transfer portal and all that kind of stuff. But until you sign on the dotted line, to me, everything else is that y'all just flirt. That's all you're doing is flirt. You flirt. Talking about, I'm committed. I'm in a committed relationship. The way I tell my students is until he put a ring on your finger, the commitment comes from a made up mind and everything and all that kind of stuff. Yes, that's what commitment is that you have a made up mind that this is where I want to be. But if this is where I want to be, exactly, Dr. Crystal, just speed dating. That's what, in my opinion, that's what recruiting is, speed dating. But if you're committed somewhere, you don't take visits anywhere else. If you committed to somebody, you don't go on dates with somebody that you're not committed with. Talking about, we're just friends. Yeah, okay, just friends. Right. Talking about, listening to everybody talk, I'm just saying now. Now, some folks will just argue me down and say, well, that's not the way, but so some commit to Bama so they can get other offers. Exactly. But if I'm going to commit to a relationship, I'm going to commit to a relationship not to see what someone else is going to offer me. Oh, I can offer you something better. Probably you can, but that might not be where I need to be. So forgive me if I'm not hung up on all these recruits coming to Alabama tomorrow. Forgive me because I'm not excited about, oh, this was coming, that was coming. Because what really destroyed my enthusiasm is when I see someone in the group there, you're committed somewhere else, but you're coming over here for whatever the reason, but you're committed somewhere else. That dog don't hunt with me. May not be ending the show on the highest of a note, but I'm just ending it on an opinion of mine. That's why I don't get enthused about about recruits. I get enthused about when you sign your name on the line. It's just like me going to a wedding. I'm enthused that I'm going to the wedding and everything because now you're past this engagement part. You're ready to move on and make this official. Putting the ring on it. See me when it's signing day. When it's signing day, early signing day, and then in February, that's when I get excited. All this recruiting stuff. Don't get me wrong. I told Jonathan the other day, I'm thankful for his grit in that. And it has even caused me to look at it because, as you can tell, I went and got the list of who's coming to Bama tomorrow. I went and got the list. Yes, I'm interested, but I have to throw up some red flags, everybody, when I see committed to. You're committed, but then I'm going to turn around and see that you're going somewhere else for a visit. Let me get in a relationship with somebody. And then I see you going to visit another guy. You may as well stay with it. And I know it don't operate like that in the realm of sports, but that's just the mentality that I had. With the transfer portal, even after they sign, they not loyal to stay. Exactly, Susan. That's all Piano Man is saying. You know, Ephraim, my main man, what the business is. What the business is, Ephraim. What the business is with the witness. What it is, what it was, what it's going to do. I hear you, bro. But that's all Piano Man is saying. Piano Man is just saying, if you're going to commit to Bama and tune out everybody else. Why are you going to visit someone else? You need to be getting ready to come to Tuscaloosa. Now, if y'all feel like that I'm wrong, just put it in the chat. It's applying for a job. It's applying for a job. You got options. I got that, Ephraim, but it's that word commit. It's that word commit that I'm not jiving with. The word commit. I'm just a little bit old school, but if you committed to something, that's all you know. Dr. Crystal says, if I'm being real, that's why I'm still side-eyeing Ryan Grubb. And I feel you on that. I feel you on that, Dr. Crystal. I feel you. Yes, JB. And that's where I respect Dabo Swinney and Clemson. I have to respect them there. They want their red carpet Bama visit. Yeah, Carla. You're exactly right. See the facility. Yes, exactly. And Ephraim, the language needs to change. That's why I can't get hung up on it. Cause I was just reading, Ephraim, right before you came on. You got two guys in the crew. One of them committed to Iowa State and another one committed to LSU, but you visiting Bama. I don't respect Dabo under any circumstances. When I say that, Dr. Crystal, I mean his stand on the commit part. That's the reason Dabo did not visit that. He didn't do that transfer portal thing because of, I guess, how I see things. Now, I ain't no Dabo fan by any stretch of the imagination. I got some problem with Dabo, but I can get with him on his take on as it relates to transfer commitments, commits and recruits and things like that. It's a double-edged sword. JB says they love our history and seeing our armor, but some don't want to put the work in to add to the armor. Exactly. Tourists, exactly. I understand, Dr. Crystal. I ain't all that crazy about him either. I'm finna tell you something, Dr. Crystal, and I don't want y'all Bama fans to get mad with me what I'm about to say. If he had come in as the next head coach after Nick Saban, I was going to go find me another team to root for. I promise you that. Exactly, Ephraim. Yeah, don't beg them. Don't beg them. Don't beg them. Don't beg them. I hear you, Dr. Crystal. I hear you. Thank you. Thank you. But that's just me. That's just Wendell now. That's just one man's opinion. It's not written in stone, but that's just how I see it. I ain't finna beg you. I'm not about to beg. I don't. Like we said we were saying yesterday on the morning run, and I'm about to get out of here. We said on the yeah, I hear you, Dr. Crystal. Bama's your alma mater, but I can't take Dabo. I can't either. I can't either. Once some things happen, I'm gonna make a grand announcement. I'm waiting on one more thing to happen. I got a couple more things I got to do, and then I'm gonna make this grand announcement. Dr. Crystal has something to do with what you just said about you can't take Dabo, okay, and everything. I'm gonna make this grand announcement and everything, but that's just Piano Man's opinion. Just like we were saying on yesterday, I want all the subscriptions that I can, but I'm not gonna beg for them. I'm not begging for them. Why? I work every day. This is my job. I have a job. This is not my job. Excuse me. Let me get that right. This is not my job. This is just a hobby. This is something that I love doing. I've been a Bama fan since I've been a kid. And so this gives me a chance to just to voice my little 2 cents worth. Counts just like anybody else's. It's just as important. But I'm not about to beg for subscriptions and likes and this, that, and the third. Because, like I said, this is just a job for me. You know. No, this ain't my full time, bro. No, sir. Listen, I actually have 4 jobs. 4 of them. I have 4 jobs. So I don't, I do this because this is my release. This is what I have fun doing. But like Coach Carl and B Sharp and a couple others said yesterday, I'm not about to get on here and sell no merch that I don't have. It's a side hustle. Yeah. It's a side hustle. And really, Dr. Crystal, I'm not even being monetized because I don't have 1,000 people. I'm here because I love fellowshipping with y'all. Y'all are my folks I just love to talk to and everything. And as more comes, we'll do it. But you got to have 1,000 to get monetized, right? Okay, well, here we go. I'm a long way from that. See, some folks just won't let me be great. But anyway, I'm not begging for super chats or I'm not begging for subscribers. All I do is just, hey, let's just have a conversation about exactly, Ephraim. If it ain't Jesus, I ain't bending the knee to a recruit. I bow to no man. I bow to the Lord and Savior. But all I'm saying is, but if you've never subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Please do. Like, share, subscribe. Because $0.00. But all I'm saying is, when it comes to this recruiting stuff, if you're committed, if you're saying you're committed somewhere, you ain't got no business visiting nobody else. I'm just saying. So I'm committed to this. I'm committed to my channel, but I'm also committed to helping others. There's B Sharp. There he is. There he is. B Sharp and running over again. I had a power surge, B Sharp, and I should have been off, but I had to come back on and greet my folks. But y'all, I'm not excited. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're there. They are. They're on campus. They're coming. They're this, that, and the third. God bless the ministry. But I'm not all that excited because I see 2 guys in there. One said he's committed to Iowa State. The other one said he's committed to LSU. Okay, we flip them fine. But what happens when it happens to us? I just don't like it. And then here's the other part. You flip them again, and then they go somewhere else and get flipped again. That means they were never committed. That's how I view it. But I end it with this. I'll get excited. I'll do my happy dance when I see you sign on the dotted line. I see you sign on the dotted line. So thank you for coming. Again, if you've never subscribed to The Long Run with Piano Man, we welcome you to and everything. And by the way, I want to say this. I got to get with you, B Sharp, about how we're going to do this giveaway. I said yesterday, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. And I'm going to be, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, JB. I'm going to be giving away very soon the 2025 college football edition game. And whoever wins, the way I'm going to have to do it is I just need to, whoever wins, I'll just have to find out what system you have, and then we'll go from there. And I'll be able to get what you're supposed to have. And I promise you, All I'm going to need is your mailing address and this, that, and the third. And I will make sure you get your package and everything compliments of the long run and the 401k crew. So we want to give back to the community. We want to give back. And this is part of my way of giving back, to let you know that I appreciate you and everything. Now, I'm not into this t-shirt thing, but I am going to make me a couple of t-shirts with my saying like, is one going to say, I got to answer Ryan Williams, they're men on a mission. And each week Alabama wins a game, I'm going to wear this shirt that just says mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. That's because each week for me is a mission. Not just the Natty, not just the SEC championship, but each week is a mission. Man, these dudes, man. The 401k crew just won't let me be great, Mimi. Mimi, I know you're busy, but I might need to make you my administrative assistant, Mimi. You're going to have to keep JB straight. I mean, you're going to have to give... You're going to have to keep JB straight. JB, Susan, and Gil, those the three I worry about. Those the three I worry about right there. See me, you see what JB's doing is that right there. And it all started with So with that being said, I just ended with some fun. But to all of those that will be on campus tomorrow, man, welcome to Alabama, the standard. Welcome to the standard. Welcome to the standard. But I just ask you, if you're going to commit, stay committed. Leave everything else alone. If you're going to be committed, be committed. Because if anything can flip you that easy, that means you wasn't committed in the first place. That's right. So thankful to everybody in the chat. Angela, Susan, Ephraim, Carla, JB, Mimi. I want to thank DSG for coming. Latoya was here. I want to thank B Sharp for coming. All of you, Dr. Crystal, my main doc, everything. Just thank Dwight, my producer, everybody for coming. And OG Gil, my goodness, Bino, the GM, OG Gil. Yeah, we're on the team. We are Mimi, but you got to know. You got to know the history behind all of this. And see, I got to keep, cause see, look, Mimi, if I don't put them under some type of regulations like we have to do the transfer portal, they gonna be the said something they have no business saying. And then there we go. There's gonna be, but there we all on the same team. I got you, Mimi. I got you. But just know, I'm just saying this in fun, but these guys here, man. These guys here, man. You know. See, they done took it there. I'm telling you. Dogs barking. All I know is, I'm not even going there. I ain't going there. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all are not gonna set me up. JB on one this morning, man. JB is on it. So we going to the Discord a little bit later on. I feel a phone call in the making. There will be a 401k phone call in just a little bit. I promise you it will be. Because But to everybody, man, thanks for coming. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Thanks for those that are watching. We're going to aim to do better, continue to strive higher, and all that kind of stuff. I want everybody to have a great day. Be careful, be blessed, be prosperous, and continue to do what you do. And as always, roll tide, and the Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll see you tomorrow here on the morning run. Now, as I always end, I may not see you today or tomorrow, but I'm going to see you in the long run. And remember this, I'm no expert, B Sharp, but I know what I'm talking about. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.